Hey everybody, welcome to episode 85 of Super Geeked Up. Yes, presented by Frostbite Pictures. My name is Jeff. Thank you so much for geeking out with us.
Thank you, I'm Nicole, and you're watching Super Geeked Up, the live geeky web show where we talk about all things geeky and also have really awesome web series creators join us and join in the geeky fun.
And I'm Tanya. You can follow along at Super Geeked Up on Twitter. Make sure to use the hashtag SGU.
And Tanya, what's on tonight's show?
Well, we have some awesome guests from We Are Angels web series. Our geeky question of the week, so for those out on Twitter, start thinking about this. You are stranded on a desert island. You choose one book, one movie, and one fictional character to join you. We have a great new game called Geeky Rewrite as well. And some awesome news, but that's coming up.
And we talk about the epic movie Airplane versus Volcano later on.
Yes.
All right. Very good. So yes, let's get to our awesome guests. They're from the amazing web series We Are Angels. Let me start with the creator and director, Aaron Garcia. Hello, sir.
Yay. Oh, that everybody's here.
Yeah!
No, that's we already did that part.
Yeah, we already passed it. Okay.
So some of us met Aaron in LA. Awesome guy, and you actually won an award, right, at Hollywood for best cinematography, correct?
Yeah, that definitely woke us up. We were kind of like, from the weekend, it was very long and tiring. We were a little bit, just getting, late Sunday night, and then they called our name or they showed our clip, and I was like, I didn't know what to say. It was really fun. Nice surprise.
It was awesome. So why don't you introduce the rest of the cast you have with you?
All right, we have next to me is Ashley Dowling. She plays one of the humans, Agatha. And then all the way to the left, I'll go all the way to the other side, is Elizabeth Olin, who plays one of our demons, believe it or not, named Ollie. Pretty creepy in the episodes.
Yeah.
Next to her is Emmy Ikwako. I hope I pronounced it right.
He all the time. Don't worry about it.
He plays Matthias, and he's kind of the player angel. You'll have to watch his.
Oh.
Next to him is Erin Rose Widner, and she plays Carrie Ann. She starts off as an angel, and something kind of happens along the way. We'll have to. She's going to be featured in the next episode, so you have to watch. And then next to her is Marissa Pearson, who she plays Brienne, and she also has the same kind of thing happen to her, where she's also starts off as an angel and something else happens. And next to Marissa is Grace Holly, who plays one of the nice kind of, I guess, kind of the sweeter angels, Daphne, in episode, 6. And then the one that has this beautiful headshot, I don't know if you can see it. He's in a couple of the episodes. He plays as far as the first episode as a human, and you have to watch the other episodes to find out what happens with this character. But he'll be featured a lot in episode 14.
I would wave to you, but I'm horribly disfigured, so.
The headshot says it all. That's all I know.
Awesome. Welcome, everybody. We already have people tweeting in. Alexander Martin says, so many guests.
This is true.
People are excited. Oh, wait, what is Charles Churchill says? It's a full screen tonight. I'm geeking out already. Awesome.
Yeah, when you said, try to bring as many people, I was like, well, that would be kind of fun, see what that looks like. We could get the whole cast together. That'll be the next step.
That might take up the entire screen if you have the entire cast.
Awesome.
The other Jeff says he loves We Are Angels, by the way. Jeff's in his back on Twitter. Nice.
Yeah, he was so nice. We got to meet, talked with him with Jonathan Robbins for Hollywood. We had dinner and stuff together, and really great guy. You did good.
Aaron approved.
Awesome. So keep tweeting in, folks, at Super Geeked Up, hashtag SGU. We like to kick things off with the geeky question of the week, and then we're going to talk more about We Are Angels in a little bit. Nicole, go ahead.
Yes, geeky question of the week. What one movie, book, and fictional character would you choose to join you on a deserted island? And I think we should start with Aaron. Why don't we start with Aaron?
Oh.
Okay, well, I didn't want to say like the typical stuff, but I think the movie I would take, if I'm going to have to be on a desert island for the rest of my life, I want to see something that, I liked a lot, and so I'd probably bring The Empire Strikes Back, just because it was a film that I really enjoyed
Good
as a kid,
choice.
and that's what kind of got me into the storytelling kind of. The book, I'm not much of a reader, so I definitely am going to bring a big book like War and Peace or something so that I can read like a page a day and use it for kindling, for fire. Like,
No, you need to go back and check on characters and that. Don't burn anything.
I have to go. And then I'm not going to go like the romantic route of, who would you want to be. I think if I were going to be, like, because I've watched Survivor, I like Survivor, the TV show. And I think it'd be tough to live on a desert island. I think there's two people. One would be just the whole game and have Superman take me off.
Oh.
Have him come and then he could take me off the island. The other one, if I had this, I wouldn't say they're wrong, but I want to go down with a fight, so I'd want Predator to be there, and I'd want to go against Predator. I know I'd lose. I know I'd lose bad, but that's what I'd.
That's a very odd choice.
I'm gonna die or fly away.
Fight or flight.
I want to be like Schwarzenegger, when he's covered in mud. And
Yeah, because you're Schwarzenegger.
that's when I'm going to die within 5 seconds, but then I won't have to live on that island anymore. So.
Good point. Good point. Ashley, what about you?
Okay, so the movie I would bring would be Goodfellas. Sick. The book, I guess, would be The Alchemist.
That's a good
Ooh, good one.
That's my,
And then the fictional character would be Jon Snow.
Good choice.
For a multitude of reasons, but
Sure.
Wait. Jon Snow from the TV show or Jon Snow from the books?
See, I never read the book, so I can't say. It's from the TV show.
Okay, cool.
What's the difference between?
Yeah, is he sexier in the books?
Just lost your geek.
I am not saying a word about Jon Snow from the books.
Oh.
Is that a Game of Thrones reference?
Yeah.
All right.
Very cool. Well, those are good choices.
Very good choices.
What about, let's go on to Elizabeth. What about you?
Hi. So let's see. For my movie, I would have to say Return of the King. Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, because it's epic. And let's see. Book, I would have to choose Lord of the Flies, because when you're standing on a desert island, what better way to decide what to do or not to do than Lord of the Flies? And my fictional character would be Hawkeye, because I need somebody to feed me. And thus, Hawkeye,
Nice.
Well done.
Hey, Tanya, are there any tweets that you wanted to
There
share?
are. Dezel is saying for his book would bring Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Very good one.
Excellent choice.
Love Actually for the movie, also a good choice. That's a
Awesome
great
choice.
movie. That's a great movie. And character, a Lapras is a Pokemon that knows how to surf, in brackets, to escape.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good choices.
Yeah.
Good choices. That's awesome.
They're well done.
All right. So let's move on to Emmy. What about you?
All right. Let's see. For the movie, I have to say Back to the Future. Only the first and second one. The third one could stay back. Favorite book, I was going to say The Alchemist, but I'm a huge football fan, so I'd say like a 2014 guide, like fantasy football guide, which is pretty geeky.
That's cool.
I could look at that all day long, I'm not going to lie.
You can't play it.
I have no idea what's going on.
Fantasy football stuff. And I would say fictional character, I would say Wilson from movie. What's the movie?
Castaway.
Castaway.
Because it worked. Because it worked for Tom Hanks and he survived. So if it works for him, it works for me.
True.
Very cool.
We have a few more tweets coming
really
in as well. Jeff Sinisex also saying for his book, The Stand, because it's awesome and long. Movie, something in 35mm print so you can look at the frames because there's no hydro. Good point.
How is he going to watch it, though?
He's going to do it really quickly. He's fast. Maybe. I don't know. For a character, he's saying Mystique because she can be anyone he wants.
Ooh.
Mind works, Tanya. Very interesting.
I just need to say that he should pick one person for her to be. Just saying.
I wonder who that could be.
I don't know. That's a great choice.
It is a great choice. It's a great choice. We also have from Charles. We have for the book a Tolkien omnibus or movie or Tolkien omnibus. Sorry, movie also Back to the Future, but the trilogy. Oh, nice. Fictional character, the genie from Aladdin.
Oh,
Smart.
good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Lots of things, so you'll be entertained.
Exactly, and it's Robin Williams. So how can you not spend
I don't know.
time on an island without Robin Williams?
That's a good choice.
Alexander Martin, by the way, tweets in for movie and book he would take Jurassic Park. Excellent choice.
Excellent.
And Jack Sparrow because he won't betray me until after we escape.
Good choices.
Are you sure about that?
Let me one more. No, not at all. Sure, but one more tweet from Tara, which is not on this topic, but Tara's one of our awesome fans. She says, "Hi, here from a hotel room on my 25th wedding anniversary because I care that much for you. Happy anniversary!
Happy anniversary! Wow,
that's amazing.
Dedication, dude.
Right.
Huge dedication. Thank you.
On many fronts, actually.
Cool. Erin Rose, what about you?
Okay, so I think I would definitely bring Katniss Everdeen with me because,
Smart.
of course, like she's pretty talented and she would get us food, which would be awesome. And then I think I would also bring Moulin Rouge, like the movie,
nice.
because it's so entertaining. So like, not only could I learn every song, but I could like learn every dance move on there, like I've been on the deserted island for a long time. And then for book, this is like kind of boring, but I think I would actually bring like the biggest book that was like blank paper that I could bring with me so I could like write down thoughts and directions or whatever, like notes about the island.
Cool.
Nice.
That's great. What
Very
about? Yeah.
Great
Let's,
choices.
Move on to Marissa. What are your choices?
I would have to say I go about this a little bit more logical. It's all about surviving the island versus like being entertained on the island. However, I think I would have to bring the movie Frozen because I would learn to just listen. Because I would learn to let go, and maybe I could conjure up some ice powers of my own if I watched it enough times. And then for the book, I would have to say some sort of like either all of the Lord of the Rings trilogy or maybe just one of them. Something that's going to teach me how to live on this island. And then for my person, I would definitely bring Roland, the gunslinger from the Dark Tower series, because
excellent choice.
it's not going to get to you. Like, you're going to conquer all the shit on the island, including food and other humans. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very good. And then, so next to you, is it Grace that's next to you?
Hi.
Okay. Hi.
So I feel like if I bring a movie, I should be able to bring a TV show. So I would and bring Buffy, the Vampire Slayer.
Nice. Very good.
And then For a book, I would again cheat and bring a fucking island survival guide. And then for the person, I would again cheat because I would bring Magneto for two reasons. Number one, he looks like Michael Fassbender, and number two, he could like bring a ship or a plane towards us because he can control metal. So I would then get off the island.
I think that's a smart choice.
That's very smart. Very smart.
I think I have a cheater next to me.
I'm a cheater.
We're all cheaters.
Yeah, that's true. We have a couple of other tweets coming in from that dude. Movie Blazing Saddles. Also a good choice.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Book graphic novel from DC New Frontier. And person, this is what I like, Michonne from The Walking Dead.
Oh,
Oh.
I love her.
And Timekeeper is saying Serenity for the movie. I assume 1984 for the book. I know, excellent choice. And Xander from Buffy for unhelpful but funny jokes about hopeless stranded situations where I must kill and eat him. So entertainment and food.
Our buddy Chris Hadley, who writes for Snobby Robot, says, "Who is that mysterious mustachioed man who keeps showing up but not here?" I think we're gonna get his answers next, right?
Yes.
Or Sean?
Yes. Sean, your turn.
Oh, wow. Well, for a movie, I was originally going to think Raiders of the Lost Ark, but I think I need a little more entertainment than that, so I think I'd go for Airplane.
Yeah.
That would just keep me laughing. I still laugh after, what, was it 30 years ago it came out? And then for book 1776, because I'm a hardcore history person. I know that's probably boring for most people out there.
I'm with
That's
you.
by
That's cool.
David McCullough. And the person, spice things up, I think I'd bring Catwoman with me.
Oh.
Nice.
Nice. Jeff, what about you? What are your answers?
Obviously, for movie, I would bring Airplane versus Volcano, which we just watched.
Obviously.
Particularly if the island turned out to be a volcano, that would be helpful. Okay, I wouldn't do that at all. I'm actually going to go along with Aaron.
I don't know how well that science holds up. So,
like Aaron, I would actually choose Star Wars. I would like to bring the whole original trilogy, but if I had to choose one, I would go with Return of the Jedi. The book I would bring, which I own, it's called The Riverside Shakespeare. It's a collection of everything Shakespeare ever wrote, all the plays and sonnets. That would last me a very long time, and I'm a huge Shakespeare fan.
Cool.
And character, so I went both with the romance and practical thing. I'm going to go with Elizabeth Swann from Pirates of the Caribbean because it's Keira Knightley and she's beautiful. But also, she's been on islands all the time with pirates and stuff, right? So she knows how to survive and hopefully even concoct a way to get away. And if there's a ship, she can sail it. So it's good.
You don't have to validate.
Logical, very logical.
it's logical, I guess. Yeah.
And it's Keira Knightley. So.
Well, that's true.
What about you, Tanya?
For a movie, this is not a surprise, but I would bring the new or the BSG miniseries because it's long, and I have already watched it a billion times, so I could probably watch that another billion times without a problem. A book, I would go with Outlander by Diana Gabaldon because I've read that also a billion times, and I could continue doing that. Fictional character, that's hard. I'm going to go with Agent Paulson from the web series Asset.
Nice. Good plug. I like that.
I know.
But since it's nonfiction, it's never going to happen, right?
No, never.
Not real. It's not real.
No.
Right?
Nice.
Those are the ones I picked.
Tanya, are there any more tweets coming in?
There are. There's a whole bunch here. Let me scroll through.
By the way, Tanya, I missed it. Who was your character, Tanya?
Yeah, you can feel it.
Agent Paulson from the Asset web series.
All right. Okay, very good.
Let's see.
Eros Orocho. All right, I got one. Eros Orocho says he won a powerhouse like Wonder Woman or She-Hulk to help me on the desert island.
Which
Very
is
good
true.
choices. Yep.
Matt E is saying books, The Hardy Boys, movie,
good.
E.T. I was just listening to that soundtrack today. Fictional character, Kelly Kapowski from Saved by the Bell.
Can you know help?
I wonder why. Anybody know?
And Chris Hadley is saying his Desert Island movie would definitely be That Thing You Do with Tom Hanks. That was a great movie. I love that movie
That's
too.
cool. That was actually filmed in a town like really close to where I live. We have like this old town area, and it was actually filmed there.
Nice.
So you know.
Now you know.
Okay, I'll give my answers really quick. Well, originally, like, for a movie, I mean, I don't think this is a surprise to anybody, especially Jeff, but I was going to say The Matrix, like, one of my favorite movies. But then when someone said Moulin Rouge, I was like, wait a second. Spice World would be amazing, right? I love Spice Girls. I don't know
about Moulin Rouge versus Spice Girls. I don't know.
I know. It's not even
category.
It's not. It's not. But we're talking about musicals, and I was like, you know what? I love all their songs and like girl power, so I would go with that probably. It's nostalgic. It brings me back to
the
childhood.
most ridiculous thing you've ever said on the show.
It really is.
I like the Spice Girls too, but not the. Come on, the movie comparing to Moulin Rouge.
I know.
Yeah,
the movie
thank you, Dad. Thank you.
I'm just like.
Hey, finally joined the conversation.
Oh, Sean! Cheers.
Hold on. I'm gonna move around and turn on some lights.
And then I guess for book, one of my all-time favorite books is Ender's Game, and I've read it a couple times now, and I'd probably bring that. And then for a fictional character, I was thinking probably like Hermione. She could probably figure out a way to get us off the island. Or teach me some really cool spells. So.
That's a good one. Good one. Tara is also saying she would bring Hunger Games. I assume that's the movie. Jane Eyre series and Dean Winchester from Supernatural.
Oh, I
wonder why. And Nicole Anthony is saying Spice Girls Woohoo. So you have at least one supporter in that choice.
Thank you. I'm agreeing that it's an awful movie. I just like the music. It like makes me happy. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, the movie's awful, but I'm just.
And one of our Toronto buddies, Danielle Thornhair, is tuning in for the first time, and she's saying she enjoyed Tanya's plug for Acid. What's up, Danielle? Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Danielle.
All right, so that's everybody, right? All right, excellent choices. Everybody now knows what to do when you're deserted on an island.
Don't bring Spice World.
Yeah.
Come on, you guys. It's like not that bad. I mean.
I'll be longing for Predator to come. I'll be longing for Predator to come and just end it.
You guys aren't even going to be there with me. Why do you guys care? I mean, I'm going to be there by myself. I don't understand how Spice World affects you guys. You're not going to be there when I'm watching it, so.
No, we're not going to rescue you either because we're going to see that you're watching it and we're like, forget it.
Exactly. We're just going to pass by you.
So this is a horrible taste. We're not rescuing her.
I feel like it could become like a small world after all, like just on repeat. Oh, man.
Yeah, I
would. Aaron, why don't you tell us about We Are Angels?
All right. Well, it's let's see if I can explain it. It's a web series.
Not like you created it or anything.
Yeah, we know nothing about the show.
I usually joke that my girlfriend is the one that's running the show. So, but no, it's I guess a web series, kind of a fantasy drama web series about angels and demons, kind of a modern take on the idea. And so the series that we have out is kind of an intro season to kind of give you an idea of the characters and the storylines that are kind of budding into a bigger kind of storyline. So I'm calling it an intro season, or like kind of like a prologue before the main storyline happens. So kind of it in a nutshell.
Do you want to introduce who plays what, who does what on the show?
Yeah, well, next to me
well,
is...
I think he covered that mostly, I think, right? I think he did cover that earlier. But would any of the actors like to talk a little bit more about the project or your roles or anything, or your experiences?
No.
No.
All right.
Moving on.
No, yes.
Really, nobody?
Thanks for having us, Jeff. That's it.
Ashley, your turn. Go.
Wait, who am I really answering it?
Go.
Are you doing this for real?
Is that an answer?
well, I mean, just to kind of...
Okay, I play Agatha. She is a human. She's not an angel. She struggles with some things in her life, addiction issues and problems with her parents, and she's is heading into the darkness. So hopefully, or not.
Sure, yeah, we'll find out what happens. I haven't thought about it yet.
No.
But yeah, a lot of it. I mean, because it was such an ensemble. It's an ensemble story. It has a lot of actors in it. It'll kind of, I don't know, shift from leads, where you'll follow certain characters and come back to other ones. So I feel like even the cast doesn't quite know where it's going. They just play the character when we got together, and that's all they know.
We
at the
just
moment.
show up.
Yeah, I tell them it'll be fine. Just say this line, and I read for them, and they repeat what I say.
And we hold the boom mic sometimes too.
Yeah.
That's
true. Yeah.
Myself.
There's been a few times, yeah.
I'm kidding. Has there? I just made that up.
There's one. Well, I mean, it's definitely a low budget web series. We didn't have a lot of crew and whatnot, and I wish we had taken a picture of it. But one of the last scenes we did, actually, Emmy was there. We were filming with Lisa Brenner, and basically, like, it was just me, the sound guy, Emmy, and the actress Lisa. And so when I did the close-ups, I had the other actor hold the reflector for the other one. But when we had to do the two-shot, I didn't have anybody. So I had to hold the reflector while I had the camera handheld. And then, the sound guy put his boom, as far as the pole, on his head and helped me prop up the reflector so that we can get a good shine on both.
We're all trained to do Cirque du Soleil also.
We are.
Yeah. So that's what I was looking for with all the actors involved. So, but yeah, if anybody wants to chime in what they thought about their experience working on it, I hope nothing bad.
Lots of crawling around on the ground for me.
You crawl wonderfully.
Oh, thank you. I worked on it for weeks.
You're really creepy.
That's what I strive for in my job, just to be creepy.
I think one of the I could say a little something. I think what was really interesting about what Aaron did, and when we actually saw the final product, is Aaron always found these like fantastic locations, like these different locations to shoot in. That like when you saw them, you weren't like, there was that one tiny location in that studio that was like that couch where you had that scene with all the makeup, and it was just like kind of crazy, and when I saw that location, I was thinking, what is going to happen with this? But when you actually see it cut, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous, and I think that's one of the reasons why Aaron won this DP award at the Hollywood Web Fest, is because of his ability to really see things that we can't. So it's been interesting to be part of that experience and really learn from that.
Yeah, damn right.
High five. High five.
High five.
No, I mean, because you don't have a lot, for me it was just I couldn't afford, to have kind of a big set, and I couldn't, I felt bad of, even with the actors coming in, and a lot of them, came in on their own time, and, you don't want to overwork them when you don't have a lot to offer them other than the project itself. And so, as far as a lot of the stuff, I remember the first episode where you have, looks like this lush kind of forest, and if you pan to the left, there was like a parking lot where like RVs were, like people were sleeping in their RVs and stuff like that. So it's just whatever you can kind of sneak and it's all make believe. You just try to find those little areas that you can make people go to another realm and
Sweet.
But I think also, I think also at the same time, in regards to Aaron, because I've heard that he's been compared to, in terms of series, J.J. Abrams meets Terrence Malick, and
by
with
me.
that,
I said that first.
You said it first. Ashley did say it first. But the truth is, like, it is low budget, but still it has a production value that it is a lot higher than you actually think it is, and a very in-depth story at the same time, which I think, in essence, all came together in the end, which is an accomplishment in itself.
Yeah.
I'll add to that, Aaron. Your series is probably one of the best looking web series I've ever seen. So the production value looks super high.
Sweet.
Yep. Agree.
Beautiful.
Absolutely agree.
It really
It's absolutely
is.
gorgeous. Yeah.
Amazing.
And I feel like too with all the performances, like you can have something look pretty, but then if they can't deliver, and I felt very lucky to work with everybody.
We're lucky to work with you.
That is awesome.
Well, can I say something about that? I think part of the reason why we were able to deliver, to be honest, I'm not trying to speak for anybody else, is because Aaron's the type of director that allows you to be creative, right? Like, he would just get whatever it is that he needed to get. He knew what he was doing as far as the way the whole thing was going to get stitched together, but he really allowed us to be free within our part, and I don't think that happens very often, and I just felt the collaboration was so tight, and it made it so easy to deliver a performance. So, yeah.
Yeah, he really lets you like kind of collaborate with your character, which I liked. That was cool for me. He asked me my ideas, which is rare for.
You would think that it just makes it easier, I guess. Some directors are very, like, it has to be the way I want to do it, and, almost to the point where they're reading the lines to the actor. Say it like this. And I was always taught, don't do that. Yeah. The actor, you're just trying to find somebody that, a lot of times they don't, all these people here own their character. I just kind of, you set them up in it, but then, honestly, they take it where you can't take it anymore. If it was, I'd act everything, and tell them. So good at it. I'm not. but no, so many of these actors, I was so fortunate to work with them. They taught me a lot, and just, I don't know, just the fact that they owned it, that they weren't afraid, and we tried to keep an environment where you could try things, and if you fell on your face, just know that wasn't going to be in the episode. That you could try. You can't.
Literally fell and it was in the episode.
What's that?
I fell in the episode and it wasn't it.
Was it? I thought I cut that out.
Fighting a dragon? I fell on accident one time and it was in the episode.
Happy accident.
Well, everybody else,
It was a character choice.
Everybody else, but Grace,
Aaron, where can people watch We Are Angels? Aaron, where can people watch the show?
You can watch it on our website, weareangelsseries.com, or it's on YouTube and Vimeo. I don't know I think it's like the same thing, like user We Are Angels series, and I think that's it at the moment. One day it'll be in your movie theaters and TV, and good.
Very nice. Not to go backwards in time, but we have another question, sort of, from the Deserted Island saga. Dezzles is wondering, this is his alternate version, if Jeff were stuck on a desert island, who would we send with him?
All right. I want to hear what you, Tanya, you, Nicole, who you would pair with me.
Captain Amazing, obviously.
What? Why do I?
It would be hilarious. It really would.
Like, I don't get enough of Mark Pazula as it is. Tanya?
I would say Toronto Mayor Rob Ford.
Come on!
You always reference him.
You guys are the worst.
What are you gonna do?
But he brings his own party, Jeff. Come on.
Yeah, I can have all the crack I want, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Just be delusional the entire time.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nicole, why don't you tell us about progress?
Okay, so it's a steampunk web series. It takes place in Victorian England. There's a steam-powered internet and steam-powered computers, and Jack the Ripper is on the loose, and he's posting his crimes online. And really quick, as a plug, we're going to be at FantasyCon. What was that? We're going to be at FantasyCon over 4th of July weekend in Salt Lake City. So if anyone's there, come check us out. We're screening. We're competing with Film Quest. And we're nominated for Best Web Series for that. And anyways, you can find it at progresstheseries.com.
Nice.
I'm still watching that. I love Jack the Ripper. That's scary. I
Really? So endearing.
Jeff, what about Super Knocked Up? What's that about?
Wow, I'll tell you. Super Knocked Up is an action comedy. A female supervillain gets knocked up by her superhero nemesis, and these two have to raise a baby together. Okay, so somehow, by the way, our link has gotten out because all these random people are trying to join the hangout. It's really strange. Honestly, Aaron,
Very strange.
thanks a lot, Aaron, for ruining this.
Yeah. Aaron.
I most likely did it on accident.
Yeah. I'm sure you did. Basically, you tell Aaron, do not send this link out. He's like, oh, good, I'll send it to everybody I know.
Send link out, that's all I heard.
Anyway, that's what Super Knocked Up is about, and you can watch it at superknockedup.com. All right. Aaron, I'm going to kill you.
That's unfortunate.
What are you doing? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Mike.
Hold on, let me look at what I posted.
Aaron,
Now what did I do something?
why do you have a friend named Dick Butt, Aaron?
Good question.
No, hey, I don't discriminate.
It looks funny too, I'm just gonna say.
I don't know how to do it.
Amazing.
All right, so I guess we're going to take... if you're watching the recorded version, we're going to take a quick commercial break right now. We'll be back in a minute. All right.
Welcome back from commercial break.
We're back from commercial break.
Thank you, guys.
No problem.
I also just like to point out, by the way, while they were talking about We Were Angels, Nicole was having conversations with people on Twitter about other crazy songs, like I'm a Barbie Girl and Ace of Base songs. And stuff.
And those are most definitely in my head now. Thanks, Nicole.
I saw a sign that opened up my eyes. I love those songs, guys. They're really good.
You might hear some more musical stylings from Nicole later in the show, just a little.
This is true.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have some cool news. I don't know. I assume that a lot of you. Oh look, we have more people coming in and out of this call. That's great.
I'm just gonna spend the rest of the show doing this.
Remove. So I mean, I don't know if a lot of you know this, but I do work in the industry outside of the web series world. So we heard some cool stuff at work the other day about Justice League.
Justice League.
I know. It's sort of been in development hell at Warner Brothers for a while. And Zack Snyder just was signed on to direct, like, was it 2 months ago? 3 months ago? April-ish?
Like a month or two, yeah.
It wasn't that long ago. And obviously we know that Batfleck's involved, and Henry Cavill, and is it Gal Gadot? Is that her name?
Yep.
Is that it?
Gal Gadot.
Gal Gadot.
You happen to know.
You know her well, yeah. She's playing Wonder Woman. So the concern is that Man of Steel wasn't excellent, and people are a little bit worried that maybe he might ruin Justice League. But it really turns out that he and Michael Bay are really close, and he's got a bit of a track record for doing really good franchises, or at least good selling franchises with Transformers, etc., etc. And Warner Brothers really needs something other than Dark Knight as a successful franchise. So they have brought on Michael Bay as a consultant to help Zack Snyder bring in an Avengers-sized smash, and hopefully get like a $1 billion worldwide box office hit. And it's possible he might be co-producing and co-directing. Good news.
Wow, that's so amazing news.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Michael Bay just makes everything great.
Yeah. Thoughts, concerns,
thoughts,
comments, questions?
Seems like it would be tough to co-direct with Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Are you saying he's a bit of an egomaniac?
What? No. Saying.
I mean, it means that there's going to be a lot of explosions.
Yeah.
Which is key to a movie that size.
I feel like I've jumped ship on it. I don't like a lot of the casting choices they've made on it.
Yeah.
And I mean, because I liked Man of Steel. I thought it was a good movie, but I could see how it kind of painted itself in corners.
Yeah.
And with this movie, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of the people that they brought in, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm worried. I'll be honest. I'm not going to watch it at this point in time. I'll watch it on Geek, but I'm so like discouraged because I like DC heroes. I really like the Justice League. And I'm just so discouraged about where they've been taking it. I mean, I understand what he's trying to do, but I don't understand.
So you're not going to give it its box office money, is what you're saying.
If it's good, I'll watch it, but I don't know. I
Reluctantly.
scratched in my head.
Now, can I play a little bit of...
Luthor?
Sorry, what?
They also have Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, is that confirmed?
Yes,
I
it
thought
is.
he was.
No.
Just too many questionable casting choices. I don't understand. I mean, I feel like they're just going to throw all these superheroes in the movie to make money. People are going to go see it. But I just don't I don't mind if a character looks or an actor looks like a particular character, but I want them to be a good actor or an intriguing actor in the part. I don't know what he's trying to do.
There's a couple of tweets, one not in relation to Justice League, but Matt is asking Nicole to sing more tunes on the show.
That may be coming up, so you just hold your
Stay tuned.
Maybe Matt, you can think about the rest of us though, and how that would not be cool.
That's true. That's true. A couple of tweets related to Michael Bay. Alexander Martin is saying action sequences, explosions. I'm fine with that if he only has influence over the action sequences. The lovely Danielle is saying I think Michael Bay should stop everything. That Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles trailer, he's ruining. Why is he ruining my childhood one franchise at a time?
It was so much better. It was so much better.
That was actually brought up last week. That one of the questions was, "Why is Michael Bay ruining my childhood?" That was a fan question.
Yeah, because he really is. And side note, Grace, Anthony Davis is saying you look like Tracy Skogans. I don't know who that is, but she's an actress. I don't know, but you look like her.
I look her up. She's like a troll. She like a troll.
Just somebody.
She does not look like Tracy Scoggins.
Thank you.
Do we want to? Is this a good segue to go into Nicole's secret talent?
Uh-oh.
Because I think it might be a decent thing. I guess maybe we should tell people though the truth, right? And that you actually don't have to worry about Michael Bay ruining this childhood. We actually just made that story up. Michael Bay is not involved with Justice League at all. That we just made it up to get
Not that we know of.
Not that we know of. That's actually really true. Not that we know of.
But now you just put it out there.
Yeah, now it's out in the universe, and we all believe it.
It is officially a Twitter hoax.
It would be funny though if we could tweet it and say like Michael Bay and Justice League ?
Oh my God! Let's start doing that.
I already did once. Get going. But yes, I think that is a good segue to Nicole.
Oh my gosh. I'm like
Nicole,
this
was your idea, by the way, Nicole.
This was your idea, Nicole.
I know, but it was kind of like tongue-in-cheek because I didn't really think you would go for it.
Tiny and I take anything you say very seriously.
Very seriously. Even in emails at 2 in the morning, very seriously.
Okay.
So Nicole, you want to talk about what you're going to do?
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
You do an intro? I'll do an intro.
Yeah, you can do an intro, because then I'm going to give, like, a little intro for it, too. But you can give an intro. That's fine.
It's going to be, like, epic. Ready?
Wait.
What?
Wait, actually, can I talk about it first?
Wait.
Can I go first?
By an intro, you meant you're going to start rapping, I guess, is what you mean. You're going to lay
your special ability?
Oh.
You're going to lay a beat down?
Okay.
Yes, Nicole, you better do your intro first, Nicole.
Let me explain what's happening right now. I'm going to be humiliated in front of everybody in the world. How this is starting is I had the brilliant idea that I was going to rap for people. I thought that was, like, so brilliant. And so Jeff and Tanya made sure that was going to happen. So I took a rap song. It's more of, like, a pop rap song, like Fancy by Iggy Azalea, and I kind of geekified it. So I changed the lyrics to that because they were inspired by Harry Potter and specifically Ravenclaw. So that's kind of what it's about. I should also say that I'm very slow at writing, so I was only able to like geekify the intro. So I'm only gonna preview that for you. But in the next 2 weeks, I will finish the whole song. I'll have the music. I'll record it, and I'll send a link to everybody to further humiliate myself in front of the world. So I guess I'm not going to do this to me.
Let me just add, this is awesome, by the way. We're calling this Nicole's Epic Geeky Raps, by the way. That's the name of the segment. And to help Nicole out, Tanya may be laying a beat down. I don't know what she's going to do.
No, I was just going to do like sort of the epic rap battles of history. That sort of like intro.
That'll be good.
Wait, let me just say one more thing. Is that this is like I don't know why I like agreed that I would do this because I actually feel like incredibly like worried about it. But
your lyrics. I've sung your lyrics. Your lyrics are
great.
Your lyrics are awesome. And here, to help Nicole out, I think all of us. You can do it. All of us should kind of just
do a beat.
No, we're not gonna do a beat. We're not gonna do a beat. I think all of us should kind of just dance around in the back. Just
yeah, we're gonna do this.
Do some rap dancing.
Yeah, we can do
this.
Okay.
Okay, but the thing is, I'm like really bad at doing the beat, so we're not going to do the beat. Even though you're amazing at it.
So don't physically make the noise of the beat. Just dance around.
Just do the words. Do the words.
Just do it.
You can do it, man.
Pretend it's a spoken word.
Okay. Me. All right. First day of school, little nervous, in the great hall with a purpose, and I'm just breathing funny because I got the sorting hat on. I'm feeling lucky. You should want to be just like me, House of Ravenclaw with top ability. Got the blue, got the bronze, got the wit, the phoenix and the flame, and right because I'm legit. Invented love potion super potent. Yeah, we're all balls and we're focused. Getting top marks, are you jealous? Ray Lady is our ghost, overzealous. That's all I have.
Yay!
That was awesome.
That took me so long to write, you guys. You don't even know. Like,
really
I'm
good. It was well done.
Awesome. Congratulations. On your rap debut.
Thank you guys for supporting me. I appreciate it. I don't feel as bad.
Alexander Martin saying that he was going to take a shot to commemorate the moment of someone rapping on SGU.
That's right.
Charles is saying utter humiliation is what this country is founded upon, and oh wait, that's just the Toronto mayoralship. Oh.
We circled back.
Touche.
That was good.
Nicely done, Charles.
Well
right.
done.
Excellent job, Nicole. Very good.
Very impressed. Jeff, do you want to talk what randomly happened on Saturday night?
Oh, sure, yes. I was like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I know. Well, Tanya, you should probably kick it off because you're the one who kind of, well, I guess you and I both started it. Tanya started the tweet about having a barbecue. I don't know, because that's, I guess, what she likes to tweet about. And barbecues are awesome.
That's not what happened. Anthony.
What?
No, Anthony tagged us and said, come have supper. And I was like, I'm having a barbecue. Tanya said, I'm having a barbecue.
Yeah.
And then that's how it started.
Okay, I got you. So we were talking about a barbecue, and then somehow us and all of our fans, well, not all of them, but a bunch, I don't know, what happened? We just started talking about weird geeky stuff, right? I have no idea how the barbecue turned into that. But Charles dubbed it Tweet Geek Saturday, and Charles and Tara and Anthony and some other people were tweeting all Saturday night. So thank you guys for doing that.
That was cool.
It was honestly like a moment of like Avengers Assemble and just people just all of a sudden like, hey guys, what you talking about? And we're like, hey, where were you all? Like, I'm glad you're here. At like 2 in the morning on Saturday. It was great.
Yeah. No, that was cool. It sucked because I was watching a movie, so I didn't get all of it, and then I turned my phone on after, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like totally out of the loop, and I'm like, where's Nicole? Why is she not answering? I'm like, oh my gosh.
Because I guess she has better things to do on Saturday night.
Veronica Mars movie, people. Veronica Mars is all I'm saying.
But yeah, that was a lot of fun, and thank you for everybody who was doing that with us.
Yeah, that was really cool. Very, very cool.
The power of Twitter. Anthony Davis, by the way, says that rap is going to go viral. I think so.
I agree. Yeah, when you put that all together in a video, which, by the way, wasn't part of the homework. It was literally just random rap. But now it's going to be a video.
I think it would be fun. I really think it would be fun. And especially if I can get my costume together, I can...
Oh, Tara's saying yes, another white girl breaks into the market.
Just what the world needs, I think.
A geeky rap artist.
So something else interesting that happened after the last show, coming up, where the cast here from We Are Angels is going to do some performances for us. It's going to be good. Yeah.
What?
I'll direct.
No. That's all you get.
So last week we did our trailer trash segment for the first time, and Tanya found this trailer called Airplane versus Volcano.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And we were talking about that and having fun talking about that trailer. And then, right after the show, one of the directors of Airplane vs. Volcano tweeted me saying, I watched your show, and I really enjoyed you guys chatting about our movie. And,
Nice.
and obviously we were kind of having fun with it, so he was a very good sport. And then he said, hey, if you want to talk about it more, I'll send you an online screener. So I was like, for sure, man. That'd be great. So Tanya and I watched it, and so we're going to do actually a little bit more of a full review here of Airplane versus Volcano. And then it's also going to be involved in our game because he sent me the script too. So first off, the co-directors of this movie are John and James Kondelik. And so John is what I've been talking to. So I just want to say he's like super, super cool guy, and he's been really cool about the whole thing. And because I'm sure we're also going to have a little fun with it now. So thank you, John, for being so cool. I really appreciate it. One of the coolest guys I've talked to.
Yeah.
And so I think, number one, you should just go watch the movie because of that, because they're super cool guys, and I like supporting people who are awesome. And we sent the trailer to the cast here, so you guys can chime in too with any because I can tell you the movie did answer some questions we had from watching the trailer, things that didn't seem to make sense.
Did it answer the questions? Really?
Well, it answered some questions and left me with many other questions. Overall,
how big is that volcano? That would be my question.
At least three volcanoes.
At least three, maybe
6 or 7. Yeah.
All right.
Based on very cool graphics.
Yeah. Let me just overall say, here's the thing, dude. If obviously this movie is in the vein of like Sharknado and other sci-fi crazy movies like that, right? If that's you know that coming in. If that's what you want to see, this movie totally delivers. And I actually think it's much better than sci-fi movies of that vein. So dude, you get what you're expecting in this movie. For sure.
Absolutely.
And I'm actually gonna say some of the people can actually act in this movie, unlike movies like Sharknado. Which is a bonus too.
Ooh. What do you have against Steve Sanders?
Actually, I've never even seen Sharknado. I'm actually just referencing like sci-fi movies in general. Yeah. So overall, I'll say that. I don't know. So, Tanya, do you want to add anything like in general?
I would say definitely going in, you know when a movie is titled Airplane versus Volcano, and that it's going to be an hour and a half. That it's probably going to be in the vein of Sharknado. So yeah, I mean, in terms of that, it's enjoyable because you know that going in. There are some things. Question number 1 of mine is, this may be giving something away, maybe not.
By the way, yeah, spoiler alert. We're probably going to do
spoiler alert. We're probably going to blow up the ending, at least. Pun intended. But so the plane's on autopilot. It gets stuck on autopilot. Why does Dean Cain / Superman continue trying to fly said plane?
That's a great question, Tanya.
To like sheriff in like 5 Christmas movies. So he's moving on. Good work.
Here's the thing. Tanya, one thing I will say though is because one of the questions from the trailer we kept saying like, why don't they just fly the plane away from the volcano? Like we don't get it.
Yeah.
I will say though, how it gets stuck in autopilot did actually seem plausible to me, and like why they were stuck circling the volcanoes. I actually like accepted that for that type of movie. Okay.
Okay.
But like I don't really get why Dean Cain was constantly like struggling with the controls if it's on autopilot.
It's on autopilot.
I guess like the idea is that you can slightly make adjustments when it's on autopilot was the idea.
But then the thing at the end is he had to target into a certain spot, and I'm like, he doesn't have.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. And my other question, I enjoy it because it's I mean we're not Dean Cain, etc., and above. I like those movies because it's a good place for people who aren't like A-list, B-list, possibly even C-list, to work and to have some sort of exposure. So I always enjoy it for that because you do get to see the difference in skill, but also different faces, which is what I enjoyed about it, is that you do get to see people who aren't the usual peeps that you see in a movie. Does that make sense?
Totally.
Yes, for sure.
Yes. Okay.
Absolutely.
And there were some really nice moments. There were some very cliche moments, but that's, I guess, to be expected. in that, at one point, I was quoting the lines before they happened. Yeah, it was fun. But it was, you go in expecting kind of action movie schlock type thing.
Alexander Martin says, wait, Dean Cain is in it? Oh, yes, he's the main star, sir.
Oh, he is. Although, I did have a wonder, since it was on autopilot, was it necessary to even have his character?
Not really.
Aside from getting funding.
See, from the trailer, we thought he was the air marshal, but he's not. A different character is the air marshal.
Yes.
He's a retired pilot who's never flown a plane that big before, basically.
And I will say there was a few moments with the air marshal that I really, really enjoyed. I thought there was a couple moments there where I was like, you know what, that was well done. That was very good.
I liked him. I liked that guy, the actor too, who played him.
Absolutely, for sure. And I like
Oh, so go ahead.
I also like the young soldier, the one who probably should be court-martialed because he kept, so my husband used to be in the military. So he's like, why are you still talking? Your commanding officer told you to sit down. Sit down. So I like the younger guy who played that role, the one who questioned everything his commanding officer did to save the people on the plane.
Very noble.
Very noble. Very noble.
I want to let's bring up some of the stuff that made no sense whatsoever. So one of my favorite parts is there's a mechanic on the plane, and so first off, these like big
I forgot about
these big chunks of molten rock are like coming down, of course, from the volcano, and some of them are hitting the plane. Actually, most of these, for some reason, are hitting the plane and not really doing much damage. So this plane is apparently made out of some extraterrestrial metal that can repel chunks of molten lava.
And keep in mind they're on autopilot, and they keep saying, "Look out!" Keep doing this.
But one of these chunks gets stuck in one of the engines, right? And they're like, "Okay, we're gonna descend because this engine's out." So the mechanic says, "I'm gonna go out there and get this chunk out of the engine." And so they strap a bunch of seatbelts together and tie it around him, and they're sending him out of the plane with holding onto the seatbelts, right? And he gets on the wing, and the way he's getting the lava out is he's taking his normal hammer that anybody would have in their house and hammering the lava. So a hammer can apparently break through molten lava.
And
that sounds like a super hammer.
The other question I have is, okay, so the scene like directly before that point is that someone was trying to throw Dean Cain out of the side of the plane because he's making bad decisions. His favorite character, which I don't know why he was there, but they're like, what do you think was going to happen if you opened the door to a plane? We'd all get sucked out, you idiot. So then the lava gets stuck in the engine, and the dude's like, I'm just going to go out there and fix it. And we're like, what about your logic from the previous scene about opening the door? And I'm like, well, maybe they're all strapped in. They're all in their seatbelts. No, they're all standing up, holding on to the dude who's now floating alongside the plane with his hammer, getting stuff out of the engine.
Oh my gosh.
While they're flying in a volcano, so, very deadly situation.
I think the logic was, in my other favorite scene, they lost all the fuel and they descended more, so I think at that altitude it did not depressurize. The cabin was depressurized, supposedly, is the logic behind that.
Yeah, but they didn't explain that.
How
did the original pilots die?
Oh,
wait. You're gonna find out in the scene we're gonna do actually later.
Okay, so it is that way, because that was another question I had. It was like,
yes, the pilots die, and Dean Cain is the only one who can fly this on autopilot.
But like, I think my thing is like how they died. I was like, wouldn't that like where it would break through the glass or unless I read it wrong?
It's a piece of shrapnel breaks through the grass and electrocutes the panel and electrocutes them.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering, did something go through the window and kill them? But that would be impossible.
No. I think something like flew off from the control panel because they started to bleed.
It happened.
Yeah.
We're on a part of Earth.
Yeah, we're part of 3 volcanoes. Like together?
They rose from the earth. Unexpectedly, in the middle of the ocean, near Hawaii.
In the intro scene, you see this happen.
Fantastic.
And then, of course, near the end, the mother of all volcanoes rises unexpectedly as well.
Unexpectedly,
Sure.
and kills. I don't know if it's gonna be the but kills one of the bad dudes in a very comedic way.
Right. Which yes. Oh, by the way, one of my other favorite scenes, Tanya, is. So there's this military base. By the way, it's right off the coast of Hawaii is where this takes place. And that's one of the cool things. I actually think they shot some of it on Hawaii, so hell, I want to be in a film that shoots in Hawaii.
Yeah.
So the military base is saying, like, all right, you got to evacuate everybody from this island. And they're going to evacuate everybody, right? And then a little bit later, there's this big cloud of ash that comes rushing from the volcano. And they cut to the scene on the beach, and everybody's just sunbathing, like hanging out, like it's a normal day on the beach. I'm like, wait, I thought you were evacuating everybody. What the hell is going on? And then everybody dies on the beach because of this ash cloud. I don't understand. This is like the worst evacuation ever.
Or the best. Or
And plus, that cloud was like the fog in that, that movie. They're sort of like it was just, it was.
Wait, is that the sound effects it makes?
That's the sound effects. I'm going to apply to do the sound effects. Just like that.
I will say, actually, me personally, I was actually very impressed by the visual effects. I actually thought they're way, way better than I expected. They were pretty good visual effects. So that was well done. Charles
yeah, good. I was gonna
Charles
say
Churchio says, was the mechanic wielding Thor's hammer?
Well, he could lift it, so unless he's Thor.
That would be awesome, actually, if he was really Thor in disguise. I would love it.
Then why would he need people to hold him down?
Right, he could just fly out there. Yeah, he could fly the whole plane away. Charles also says, I will be watching Airplane vs. Volcano now to bring credibility to this group.
It is a fun, regardless of some of the issues. It is a fun movie. Like it's one of those things you do enjoy it because it's made to be like, why are they doing this like that? That makes no sense. It is enjoyable on that front. So, and we do thank you guys for sending us the screener to watch because it was fun.
Well, you know what? I think when you guys mentioned Sharknado, I think it's actually the same production company that made Sharknado.
Asylum? It's Asylum?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it is then. Oh, that makes total sense.
That's why. Because that was my other question too. Is like, how do two guys go into a room to pitch a movie? Be like, there's an airplane and there's a volcano for 1.5 hours. Like, how do you pitch that?
That's it. It describes the whole movie in the title. That's why.
That's true.
That's it. Snakes on a plane. Airplane versus volcano. Duh.
Best elevator pitch ever.
Right.
Like, what's your movie about? Airplane versus volcano, and that's it. They don't even need a log line.
Here's the money. Go do it.
Go do it. Go.
So I will say, you know what? Like I said, it's definitely, you get what you're expecting, and since these guys are so awesome, I definitely recommend you guys check it out. Absolutely. It's at Redbox right now. It's at Best Buy and Amazon, and so you can go check it out for sure. And thank you, John, very much again for sending that to us and being so cool. Really appreciate it. And I still stand.
For Canadians, I think it's on some VOD services up here too. I think. Yeah.
I still stand by what I said last week, is I would definitely watch this movie again over any of the Expendables movies, and I would rather see it again over the next Transformers movie as well. So.
Whoa.
Dude, it's Michael Bay.
Take that, Michael
Bay. Nice callback.
And
by the way, Aaron Rose, Alexander Martin says, that laugh is the greatest ever.
Ah, great. Thank you. No pressure. Now I can't laugh.
Yeah.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure there'll be plenty of funny during this reenactment. So we're good.
All right. So yes, we are about to get to our Geeky Rewrite game, but before we do that, if you're watching the recorded version, we're going to take one last commercial break. We'll see you back in a second.
Welcome back from commercial break.
Kills him every time. All right, here we go. We got a new game called Geeky Rewrite. I'm going to thank our friend Jonathan Robbins for giving me the idea for this game. So what we're going to do is, and we've taken some scenes here from Airplane vs. Volcano, because again, John sent me the script. Very nice of him. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the We Are Angels guys read the script, and at certain points, and actually Tiny, Nicole, feel free to do this. I think you, me, and you two and me, we're going to call out rewrite at any time, okay? So if you say a line and we call it rewrite, you have to then say a new line for that line you just read, okay? And come up with a different line. Does that make sense?
I don't think I'm drunk enough.
So if we were doing Batman, then the line was "I'm Batman," and we said rewrite, you would have to say something else, like "I'm a princess" or something. I don't know. Okay. And sometimes we may actually call rewrite out multiple times for the same line, just to make it tough and get something fun.
What's the rating at? Are we G-rated?
Oh no, no,
go
R,
crazy.
R, X, whatever.
Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to say. Totally swear cards content.
In our
Yeah. NC-17. Yeah.
Sorry, Mom. I'm sorry.
All right. So do you guys have the thing in front of you that I sent?
Yep.
All right.
Ready.
So we're going to start with scene 1. So there are 3 people I need to be in the scene. We have Rick, who is played by Dean Cain. We have Rita, who is the flight attendant. And we're going to need a narrator, too. All right? So, and by the way, Tiny Nicole, I actually think it might be funny that we can also do rewrite on the narration, too, if we so desire. Okay? All right. Let's see. You know what? So, I'm not going to keep this actually gender specific necessarily, but we'll start off with Emma. Why don't you play Rick? All right.
All right.
In this scene. Any of the ladies want to volunteer for Rita for the first scene?
I'll read it.
Who is that? Grace?
Great. Bye.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. You sound very excited, Grace. All right. And then for a narrator, let's see. Anyone want to narrate? Any takers?
I'll narrate. I'll do it.
Aaron Rose?
I'm doing it.
All right, awesome. All right, so here we go. Let me set the scene up. Here we go. The airplane has just flown above 3 erupting volcanoes. Oh, my God. The pilot and co-pilot get hit by shrapnel and are dead. We've established that earlier. A passenger who's a pilot, Rick, played by Dean Cain, rushes to the cockpit, joining the flight attendant, Rita. All right, there's your setup. Now, hang on. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to do scene 1. And, all right, ready? To Nicole and Tanya, again, we can call it rewrite it pretty much at any time, all right? All right, so...
A really devilish look from Nicole.
Do we all get to chime in on these rewrites?
Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, if you guys want it, who aren't reading it, sure, feel free as well.
Okay.
So probably every line may be a rewrite at this point now. I don't know.
Yeah,
Sounds like Elizabeth already has ideas about it.
So by the way, if there was a line that was a rewrite, the next person, though, just continue with the normal line, all right, as it's said, okay, unless you get a rewrite on your line.
Okay.
All right, so yes, Aaron Rose, sorry, take it away.
Yes. Interior cockpit day. He sees the erupting chaos through the windows and is speechless for a moment.
That was a rewrite, Aaron Rose.
Oh, so I have to do the rewrite. Okay, all right. He sees the erupting juices through the mask and has to bite his tongue. Rita sees Rick.
Who are you? Can you help me? He's not breathing.
Everything is quiet for Rick. He checks the captain's pulse. Nothing.
Rewrite.
Everything. Everything has gone completely dark. He bites off the captain's wrist and sucks in his blood.
He's gone.
Rewrite.
He's drunk.
He's drunk.
He then immediately goes for the wheel, but realizes the autopilot is engaged. Rick turns to Rita and sees her name badge.
Rita, get on the radio. Reach somebody, anybody.
Rewrite.
Wait, grab me a paperclip, some gum, and a match.
M.A., take up your next line, Rick Pierce.
Yeah, okay. So do Rita get on the radio, that one? Which one?
No, so she did the rewrite on the next line, so go to your Rick Pierce line.
Okay. Rick Pierce, do it now.
Rewrite.
Bitch, I'm Superman.
Call Commissioner Gordon.
I'm Rick fucking Pierce. Do it now.
Rick fucking Pierce.
Not really knowing. Not really knowing what she's doing, Rita grabs the radio.
Hello, help? Can anyone hear me?
Rewrite.
Hello, help? I ate too many tacos and now I'm really, really sick.
Rick notices all the blown radar and blown radio.
Damn it.
Rewrite.
Fuck!
Help, please help!
No response.
No.
We've been hit.
Rewrite.
Someone's taking a piss on the floor in the airport.
Where are we at?
That's it.
That's it.
All right, very good. Nice job, everybody. There's the first scene.
That was horrible.
I feel a lot of energy right now. There's a lot of tension.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, beautiful.
So we're gonna, and obviously, by the way, the Condolic brothers are gonna use all these changes in the sequel.
Completely.
Sure.
All right, so we're gonna do scene 2. We actually have the same characters, Rick, Rita, and narrator. So, Sean, would you like to play Rick this time?
Oh, God damn it, yes.
All right, now let's have somebody else for. Wait, who is that?
It was Ashley.
All right, Ashley. Right. So Ashley, Rita. That's the attitude. Good. And then who's going to be the narrator?
I'll be the narrator.
Elizabeth?
Yes.
All right, excellent. All right, here we go. So this is a scene later on in the film. Rick, still played by Dean Cain, is trying to disengage the autopilot, which has them stuck in a loop flying around the erupting volcanoes. Really blows when that happens. Rita comes in to help.
Rewrite! No, I'm kidding.
Interior cockpit day. Rita enters. Rick reaches under the panel, but he can't fit his hand in.
Rewrite.
Rick reaches under the panel, but he doesn't know what he's going for.
Hey, stick your fucking hand in there.
Wait. We didn't call rewrite yet.
There's no rewrite yet.
Oh, I was rewriting it already.
Stick to the script.
Damn it! Will your hand fit in there?
Rewrite.
Stick your fucking hand in there.
I think
Pinch
so.
me.
What?
Wait.
What's going on?
Take a look and tell me what you see.
Rewrite.
What the hell are you doing? You see anything?
Where are we now? Yeah. It's a mess in here.
Rewrite.
Get in here with me.
What?
I think we lost our play.
I don't know.
It's your turn.
Rita, your line.
Which line? It's a mess in here. I don't know. Anne's navigating the sides, so I don't know where we are.
Where are we at? Where did we leave off?
Now it's Rick's. There's a circuit breaker.
Okay, yeah, we were right. I don't know what happened.
Get your
There's
shit
a
together.
circuit breaker in there somewhere. There are only 2 ways of overriding the autopilot, and we've lost one. Shake.
Rewrite.
Oh, that's the narrator. Oh, look, I lost the sandwich somewhere in the plane. I'm gonna go find it. Can you handle this?
Jake,
I don't
the
know if
plane
I
goes
can
through a little bump.
Oh, I don't know if I can do this.
Well, sure you can. Just feel inside.
Rewrite.
I'm sure you can handle it. I'm sure you know what you're doing, baby.
Rita looks inside only to see dark, dirty, burnt wires. She touches the
Rewrite.
hot wire. Oh God.
Wow.
Rita looks inside only to see dark, wide expanse of space. She touches something she hopes she didn't actually do. Oh God.
Wow.
Oh, Mom, I'm sorry. Her hand reaches the metal cover to the circuit breaker.
Okay, I think that this is the circuit breaker.
Rewrite.
Okay, I think that this is your penis.
She opens the circuit breaker and sees a bunch of switches.
Rewrite.
She feels something she didn't expect to.
There are so many switches. Which one is it?
Rewrite.
There's more than one. I've never felt this before.
It'll stand out from the rest. Look, they're either color-coded or it's a different type of thing switch altogether. See anything like that?
Rita looks and sees two switches at the bottom that are a different size and shape of the rest.
Yeah, I see it.
Rewrite.
Oh, rewrite?
Rewrite.
Oh, wow. Fuck. That was it. Next line.
Shaking.
Okay, I'm gonna do it now.
She flips the switch. Alarm! 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 A red emergency light flashes. Rick quickly looks at all his gauges.
Rewrite.
Rick quickly looks down at her hand. He notices something's not right.
We're fucked. Oh no.
Rick looks outside and sees the left wing spewing out fuel.
We're losing fuel.
Rewrite.
Oh my God, I went too early.
I'm sorry.
Just get out of here, okay? You need to switch with me and take the wheel.
Rewrite.
Just get out of here. I need to be alone.
What? I can't.
Just go. Just do it.
Rewrite.
Oh, just hold me.
And that's scene.
There's a couple of tweet-ins for that particular scene.
I'm sure there are.
So this is from Alexander Martin. So many, that's what she says. He also says it's not an episode until someone apologizes to their mother. And Tara's commenting on how sticky it is.
Oh. You took it there, not me.
All right, I don't know how we're going to top that, but we have one last scene to do. And the most rolls here, we actually have 5 rolls, and this. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see. Rick. Anybody want to play Rick?
I'll play him.
Awesome. All right. And that was what, Marissa?
Yep.
All right. And okay, how about this? How about Emma? Why don't you play Rita?
Rita, all right, cool.
Yeah. We have 2 people who have like I think 1 line each. Williams. And who wants to play Williams?
I'll do it.
All right, Elizabeth. And these are Williams and Copper are like 2 people trying to rescue them. Who's going to play Copper?
I can.
All right, Ashley, and then a narrator.
I'll narrate.
Who was that? Okay, Grace.
Bye.
All right, awesome. All right, here we go. Here's the last scene from Airplane versus Volcano. Once again, later on in the film, we have jumped. Here it says setup. The Army or Air Force, whoever the hell it is, rescuing people from the plane. Rick is staying behind to fly the plane into the volcano with a bunch of explosives. What a guy. All right, take it away.
Interior, cockpit, day. Rita almost falls in. Hits herself. Almost her top off, but catches herself. She sees that Rick's injured.
Rick, we need to go.
She goes to him. She's fighting to stay awake.
It's not so bad.
Rewrite.
Hurting me real bad in the butt.
That's what she said. we need to go. They're getting us out of here.
Come on, you two. We need to go now.
Rewrite.
Rewrite.
Come on, you two. Grab Rob Ford.
we need to take him with us.
The driver is silent, and he looks to Rick hopelessly. So Williams.
Williams?
Ashley. Your one line. You had one job.
Damn! Did you say it? We're taking him with us.
No, it's okay. Rita, get out of here, please. You and Landon, just...
Rewrite.
You and Superman, just die.
Rita is crying.
It's okay.
I can't let you do this.
Rewrite.
I think I ate a bad burrito.
Yes, you have to. Please, for me.
Right. Some of.
Yes, you have to eat the burrito. Please, just shove it in.
That is what she said. Yeah.
To thank him for everything, but can't. She embraces him and kisses him.
Rewrite.
She embraces him and eats his burrito.
Take this.
Oh, what? Oh, Rick gives her his crumpled family photo.
Rewrite.
Rick gives her the rest of his taco meal can. He smiles at her and wipes her tears away.
Go. You have a flight to catch.
Rewrite.
You have a cockroach to kill.
Rita cries. Copper comes in, hesitates, and then hands Rick a remote.
We've loaded the plane with 80 pounds of explosives. She's ready to drop on your call.
Rewrite.
We've loaded the plane with 80 pounds of explosives. She's ready to drop a deuce on your call.
Thank you.
All right, and that's scene. Very good. All right, excellent job, everybody.
Well done.
Were the cameras rolling on that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we tape all rehearsals.
Alexander Martin tweeted in, "Oh my God, my face hurts after the oh my God, I went too soon." Well, I think that should encourage people to watch the Airplane vs. Volcano now, so that's good.
You could turn it into a drinking game if you really wanted to.
Every time a volcano comes up.
Yeah, take a shot. Or it shoots something at the plane, take a shot.
Every time Dean Cain struggles with the controls.
Oh, God. Within the first 10 minutes, you were
Every time he says, reach in there.
Alexander Martin actually just tweeted in, he's like, wait, are you saying they tried to defeat the volcano with dynamite while the Air Force rescues them from a plane?
Yes.
That is exactly what we're saying.
That's exactly what we're saying. At least it wasn't a nuclear warhead. That's what we thought it was going.
It equally is no sense. What?
Alexander's, he's got a lot of good tweets here. He says, Rick gives her the rest of his what again? Flight sex on SGU.
I would like to state that Alexander Martin did the first sex hashtag of the evening, not me.
Usually it's Tanya, that's true.
Usually me.
All right, awesome. So, Nicole, you want to wrap us up here?
Yeah, sure. So let's go to Aaron, and you can give us links for We Are Angels.
Yeah, you could go to the website, weareangelsseries.com. If you type up We Are Angels, I think it used to be like an insurance website or something like that. And like I said, it's on YouTube and Vimeo. I don't know, the Vimeo's like Vimeo/1245.
Hey, I got it. User 5903217. You know,
exactly.
I mean, I might be prepared, but what?
If you're good at memorizing the number for pi, you got it. But yeah, we're on YouTube as well, so you can check it. And we have a Facebook page. Same thing. I think you just type up We Are Angels, and it's got a whole bunch of numbers. But you have to just do the search.
We Are Angels series.
Yeah.
Sometimes
we're also going to put your guys' links in the description so people can check it out in the YouTube description. You can click and check them out. Make sure to check out We Are Angels. Really good series. Like they said, they were nominated for Best Cinematography. It's beautiful. You guys have to see it.
They won Best Cinematography. Not
they won. Yes, they won.
And folks, fans usually want to follow these guys. We'll put all the individual Twitters of all the actors as well in the description section, so you can check all that out. And it's We Are Angels 1 on Twitter, though, for the series.
Yes. And then, so Progress, I'll tell you real quick. Again, we're going to be at FantasyCon in Salt Lake City over 4th of July. Come visit us. You can see Progress at progresstheseries.com or on YouTube. Check out Progress the Series as well on Twitter and Facebook. And we'll go over to Tanya, and can you tell us about where people can watch Asset?
Yeah, you can see it at jts.tv/asset.
Very cool. And Jeff, for Super Knocked Up?
SuperKnockedUp.com or the YouTube channel you're watching this very minute. Hey, Nicole, are you going to, at the FantasyCon, do your Epic Geeky Rap?
I don't know. That's quite possible. We have a vendor booth, so I mean, I guess if you stop by the vendor booth and you request me to do it, I'll do it. So.
Okay, everybody. So please do that. Everybody, go request this.
Challenge accepted.
Yes. Yeah. Anybody watching this right now, definitely go do that. and record. So hopefully, Nicole, you're gonna have to do it like 100 times.
That'd be pretty fun.
When you get the video.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys all for watching. Of course, we really appreciate it. Thanks for tweeting in. Thank you guys for We Are Angels. All you guys for coming on and having fun with us and playing our geeky games. Really appreciate it. You guys are awesome.
No, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
We like to end the show where when I do my little lead out here, I'm going to point to the camera. When I do that, we're all going to try to say in unison, super geeked up, all right?
Okay.
What is it?
All right. We're just super geeked up. We're all going to say that when I point to the camera the next time. Right there.
Oh.
No, don't go premature.
That's what she said.
All right. So thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next week as usual, Wednesday, 11 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Pacific. Until then, stay
super geeked up.
Yeah. See you next week.